Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we are discussing the Wendy Williams show producers are livid over Wendy Williams' new, quote, PR stunt. This is coming from International The News. Never heard of them, but I will link in the description box because out of everybody that's been reacting to Wendy Williams, post, remember I did a video a few days back where Wendy Williams was being filmed by her son and basically saying she can't wait to get back to work and this and that. However, people were very concerned about the validity of the video, certain things that were being said in the video, that were questioning the timeline of the video of when it was recorded and this and that. But here we are. Here's the article. It says the producers of the Wendy Williams show have erupted into a fury over the PR stunt Wendy Williams seems to have pulled. According to an insider close to Radar, the entire team cannot fathom how the host can find it okay to be walking along Florida beaches after taking a month-long hiatus from her show, citing health reasons. Well, it's actually longer than a month. She hasn't been on the show for quite some time, but go on. An inside source close to Radar brought this news to light and explained how the host walks along the beach to have caused her producers to erupt in a fury. Many have even started to question why Wendy Williams finds it okay to post videos of her walking along the beach when she's been on a month-long hiatus for health concerns. But she's been gone for longer than a month, you guys. According to this source, you can't have it both ways. You're either too sick to sit in a purple chair for an hour each day on TV, or you are not. Can you imagine if you called in sick for 6 months? See, this is what I mean. It's the lack of grammar and research and intel. You've been saying she's on a month-long hiatus, but then you say, can you imagine if you called in sick for 6 months and then popped up on video in Florida? So you're acknowledging she's been off for 6 months, but then you keep referring to it as a month-long hiatus. Which is it? What is the truth? How are you credible in this article and you can't even get the facts right? Make it make sense. So it says, can you imagine if you called in sick for 6 months and then popped up on video in Florida skipping down the beach? Well, I wouldn't say she was skipping down the beach. She was walking, maybe here and there doing some power walk briskly, but I wouldn't say that she was skipping. Like that's too far. You would be fired, the insider said. At this point, Wendy is making fools out of all the hardworking people who show up for work each day, even when they are not feeling great. The show's producers are livid about this latest stunt. What she is doing, she is surrounding herself by people giving her bad advice. She needs to be working with the people at her show, not going rogue on her own. Before concluding, the same source also added, Wendy doesn't know anything about social media. She doesn't know how to post videos, which means someone else is doing this, which is terrifying. Well, her son was the one that recorded it. So here's my thoughts on this. Here's the issue. The issue is the reason why Wendy Williams came out with that video is because the media was saying that she was incapacitated, that she couldn't walk, that she couldn't move, that she had dementia, that she had all these issues to the point that Wells Fargo freezed her assets. And Wendy is trying to fight to get access back to her millions so that she can pay her bills, she can live her life, and do her thing. And basically, all of these reporting for these past several months about Wendy's behavior, making it seem as though she's basically, unable to care for herself, unable to do for herself. She had no choice but to come out to the public and say, hey, I am alert and oriented. I can move. I can walk. I can talk. My memory is pretty sharp. Like, what are you guys talking about? This wasn't about the Wendy Williams show as much as it was about this case against Wells Fargo and her trying to get her access to her money back to prevent a conservatorship. That's what this was about. And maybe to throw a little shade since Sherri Shepherd was recently announced as the permanent guest host of her show. Maybe she did that to say, hey, don't just count me out just yet. See, the reason why production is really pissed is because they want to move on without Wendy Williams. And they can't move on, if Wendy Williams appears to be fine in a video that completely disputes the narratives that are being put out there that I'm sure they are assisting in to make it as though Wendy Williams will never come back to her show again. So this refutes that narrative that Wendy is unable to care and do for herself. And just because somebody is in better spirits and better health condition than what they were 6 months ago doesn't mean that she is pulling a publicity stunt. It is showing that she has improved over this last 6 months of whatever treatment and things that is taking place in Florida. Therefore, she is stronger now than what she was 6 months ago, which means she is on the path to going back to working full time. This isn't a traditional job that you and I have to where we are doing stunts on social media and we're supposed to be at work. No. This is a public smear campaign that is going on against Wendy Williams between all of the allegations from her former staff and allegations from her, former coworkers and everything else that are putting out all of these horrible stories about her. In addition to that, production and other people leaking stories to Page Six and other platforms, trying to make it as though they're moving on without Wendy Williams, to try to make it as though Sherri Shepherd is going to be, permanent, to make it seem as though they're trying to give opportunities to all these other people. They're trying to do anything and everything to make sure Wendy does not have this show. So Wendy filming that video, her son filming that video, and Wendy answering questions, Wendy walking, Wendy talking, Wendy discussing, her mental health and for people to pray for her, and that right now she's with family and this and that, and the people who truly love her and support her. That was a response twofold. It was a response to the people who are trying to say that she is incapacitated, she can't talk, she can't move, she can't walk, she can't do anything. Hence why Wells Fargo freezed her money, freezed her assets, freezed her millions that she's trying to get back to show, hey, I don't have dementia. And it's so bad that they sealed the court documents because people were sus. People were sussed out about what was really happening, and nobody saw Wendy Williams these past several months, so nobody knew what to believe. I knew in my heart of hearts that this was fake news. I always knew it was fake news because the aggressive amount of reporting on Wendy Williams, specifically in these past few months, have been intentional to push a narrative. And we already know from other people how quickly a lie can completely take over it, to the point that people start to believe it. That people start to believe that Wendy Williams has dementia. That people start to believe that Wendy Williams can't pay her bills. Therefore, Wells Fargo had to freeze her assets because, she's completely incapable of doing anything. And then couple that, in addition to all of these stories coming out about Wendy Williams and how she was on the show and all of these embarrassing stories allegedly about her, now all of a sudden you double time, everything that's happening with these guest hosts, ushering in white executives, trying to take Wendy Williams' show away from her that she built on her back the past 13 years. So of course she was going to come out. She has to be pissed that they're trying to take this show from her. That they're trying to make it seem as though, since she's sick, let's swoop in. Let's try to, hurry up and, bring somebody else in so that Wendy Williams, can't come back. The issue is for these white executives that are trying to shut down Wendy Williams, that are trying to take her show from her, that are trying to ensure that her show doesn't get renewed so that they can go in a different direction with somebody else, is Wendy still has a core fan base. Wendy Williams still has a core base of people who are going to follow her wherever she goes and whatever she does, and are wishing for her to, well wishes, praying for her and everything else. This Instagram account, the real Wendy Williams only, not real, she doesn't have an OnlyFans, you guys, I promise. The Wendy Williams official Instagram account that was just created a couple of days ago, guess how many followers it has? Guess how many followers? So when I first got wind of the video that I had posted you guys a few days back, and I posted you guys the link to her Instagram page, when I first saw that page, it had 300 followers. 300 followers. Guess how many followers Wendy Williams has now after a couple of days? 18,000. And is already verified. 18,000 followers and is already verified in a couple of days, and it's growing. So that should tell you right there the influence of Wendy Williams. A couple people do a video about her video of her, appearing to be in well wishes. A post a couple days ago about her father's 91st birthday out here in Florida and pictures of her so people could see her. That is the impact of a Wendy Williams, whether you like her or not. So no, you can keep putting out all these stories that she's got dementia and that she can't take care of herself, she can't do this and that, and this is what's going to happen. You're going to get a new Instagram account and you're going to get new videos of Wendy Williams that is going to refute the narrative. And this is why it is so important to fact check, to verify, to cite your sources, because fake news, like saying all of this stuff about Wendy Williams, it went on for way too long. But it was to the point that it had an impact enough for Wells Fargo to freeze her money. And that's not okay. It's one thing to say rumors about people, but it's another when those rumors are affecting your money. And affecting your money to the point that corporations are believing the foolishness and blocking your finances and freezing your assets. That's a whole nother ball game. That is a game changer. So Wendy Williams did the right thing coming out to publicly show that she is alert and oriented and can care for herself and does not have dementia. So there it is. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. But this was a direct response to Wells Fargo and to the executives at the Wendy Williams show that she is not going down without a fight, and she's already fighting Wells Fargo, and she will fight you too if you try to take the show from her. And she has the fan base to do it. Nearly 20,000 followers in a couple of days on a brand new account with 2 posts. Who's doing it? Please tell me. Please tell me. So, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think is going to be the conclusion of this? Do you guys think that Wendy Williams will get her show back? Do you guys think she's going to win this case against Wells Fargo and get her assets unfrozen? What are your thoughts? Please let me know in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again soon.